Uh, Oluwaseun Adeguyi. We're coming up late today. I had to go somewhere. So our 7 p.m. appointment, 6 p.m. appointment, I couldn't make it. But all the same, I'm still hoping that we'll be able to have some time together tonight to be able to continue our conversation as far as export is concerned. So Oluwaseun Faguji, welcome. Wale Adeyemo, welcome. Seun Ogundeji, welcome. Fumilola Oshinfowora, welcome. Thank you very much for joining. So sorry we are starting late tonight. I just made up my mind that we're still going to have a session tonight instead of not having it at all, even though we should have had this in 6 p.m. But good enough, some people are still awake, probably on the road or just getting to the house. Maybe we should be doing it this late. Maybe it's even better because of those that probably will be at home already. Mr. Wale Adeguyiga, welcome. Let's share the link with our friends, colleagues, family, people around us that we feel will be interested in tonight's discussion. Tonight we'll be discussing transiting. We'll start a new series, transiting from local production to global consumption. Transiting from local production to global consumption. That's the topic of our discussion this evening. And of course, we continue again tomorrow, transiting from local production to global consumption. Transiting from local production to global consumption. Remember, we've been talking about the need for us to export. Ayo Salami, thank you very much. Welcome. Let's share to our friends who might be interested in what we'll be discussing tonight. One of the things we need to do is to begin to consider value-added export, like we've been talking about since this series started last week. But more importantly is the fact that how do we transit from local production to global consumption? How do I, if I have a product and I have a product that I've been able to get from a friend, from a business person, a manufacturer, a small-scale manufacturer, and now I'm trying to get this product into the global market, international market. How do I transit from local production to global consumption? The first thing I would like to talk about tonight is be prepared. Be prepared. And there are a lot of things to be prepared for. Odebo Babatunde, welcome. There are a lot of things to be prepared for. Number one, be prepared to learn the rope in market research. Be prepared to learn the rope in market research. Dominic Abiezim, welcome. Be prepared to learn the rope in market research. Be prepared to learn the rope in market research. What that means is that you need to do some research. And the beauty of today's world is internet has made life a lot easier. I mean, with internet, you can easily have access to a lot of information you need to know about that country, about the product, and a number of things you need to get. You can get them on the internet. So a desktop research might just be good for you. And then there is this website. Let me see if I can get the website address. Yes, I've been able to get the website address, and I'm dropping that for you now. This particular website, atlas.media.mit.edu. atlas.media.mit.edu. That site is an amazing site for research, for a desktop research. That's an amazing site. You can get to know a lot about what countries are buying the volume, the quantity, a lot of things you can get to know from that website when you're trying to do a desktop research. Try to know the market you're trying to go into. You might not even know the market. You're just searching, okay, this is the product I want to sell. Which country really buy this product? Then you might want to use that website, atlas.media.mit.edu. I use it a lot, especially in doing some research. So you need to be prepared to learn the rope and invest in market research. Invest in market research. Invest time, invest energy, invest money, invest resources in market research. Be prepared for that. Reason being that you are going to be trading globally, you need to understand how this market functions. You need to understand the peculiarity of the market. You need to understand the uniqueness of the market. Try to invest heavily in market research. Now, be prepared to live by great values and vision. Be prepared to live by great values and vision. Be prepared to live by great values and vision. You must have great values. Like I said, value is so important because you're dealing with people who are very principled. If there's something you've agreed upon, you want to ensure you abide by it. If we don't expect contrast so much in this part of the world and you're dealing with people in the West, you really must be ready to abide by what you've signed. And of course, be prepared also to have great vision. Like I said, if you're doing export business just for what you will eat and drink, that will not be good enough. If it's just for what you eat and drink, that will not be good enough. Why? Because it's far, far bigger than that. So you want to do export for what is going to be enduring, an enduring legacy. Things that you're going to build and, of course, leave behind when you're long gone. So be prepared to live by great vision and values. Be prepared to look for trading partners. Be prepared to look for trading partners. We're talking about transiting from local production to global consumption. Be prepared to look for trading partners. These are different kind of preparation that need to be done. You need to look for trading partners. So you're going to get buyer abroad. You need to look for that buyer. And like I said, it's not rocket science getting buyer. The main issue is if you have product, it's easier to get buyers. If you have products, it's easier to get buyer. There's this website, Global Buyers Online.com. globalbuyersonline.com. That website, I've typed it down. That website have a number of buyers that you will need. So if you register on that website and you pay as a premium member, I think it's about $200 and something. If you pay, you'll be amazed at anything you say you are selling and you drop the detail. You'll be amazed at the request you are going to be getting from the organization, from the company. So what that is telling you is that buyers are available. Buyers are available. The question is this: you need to find those buyers and be able to convince them that, look, I'm the person to do business with. I'm the person to do business with. Now, when you are trying to talk to a buyer, you must demonstrate some things. You must demonstrate some things. You must demonstrate your credibility. How credible you are. You must demonstrate your credibility. You must demonstrate your credibility. You must demonstrate your character. You must demonstrate your character. You must demonstrate your competence. And you must demonstrate to your companion, the group, the company, the people you have around you. And you must demonstrate also sometimes the cash that you have the funds to be able to do the project. Because sometimes they're going to give you an instrument that will cost them money, and you need to be able to demonstrate. So if you are unable to demonstrate credibility, I call this the hurdles. The hurdles to be crossed when you are looking for buyers. So in looking for buyer, I'm trying to ensure I write it down. For buyers, you need to cross this hurdle. You need to cross the hurdle of, of credibility, of character, of competence, of companion, of cash. Now, it's so important, and the most important of this is credibility. 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 Credibility is so critical and so important. Credibility is the consistency of results, evidence that you can do it, evidence that you have what it takes to get it done. Be prepared to look for trading partners, but also demonstrate to those partners, to those buyers, to those people that you are credible enough. Demonstrate to them that you have good character. Now, the difference between credibility and character is credibility is consistency of result. Character is consistency of conduct. Credibility is consistency of result, and character is consistency of conduct. And you want to ensure you demonstrate before the client for them to be sure that you have exactly what it takes to be able to get the job done. Also, be prepared for legal documentation and protection. Prepare for legal documentation and protection. That is why the agreement is signed. That is why the agreement is signed. Be prepared for legal documentation and protection, and that is why the agreement is signed. Be prepared for labor in search for information. Be prepared to labor in search for information. Be prepared to labor in search for information, and that's very, very important. Also, be prepared to launch new product design. You know, when you hit the market occasionally, you will have to change your design. The market sometimes will tell you, no, we don't want it this way. We need you to change it to this other way. We don't want it this particular way. You need to change it to this other way. So sometimes you need to be prepared to launch new product design. Be prepared to. That's why sometimes it's good you do your research well enough before you even decide on how you want to design your pack. Be prepared to launch new product design. Be prepared to leverage on the African taste. We have some unique products in Africa which are pretty much natural that people are looking for, both for food and non-food. Be prepared to leverage on that unique African taste. And then be prepared for lawsuit if quality is compromised. Be prepared for lawsuit if quality is compromised. And then be prepared to lead the competitor and the competition. You will meet competitors and competition in the market. You must be prepared to lead them, to work, to be able to fight in the market. Like I said, the market sometimes can be very ruthless in the sense that everybody is fighting for space and everybody wants to remain the market dominant. Dominate the market rather, and have great market dominance. So your coming in is going to shrink some markets. Then you must be prepared to also be able to fight. Like I said, sometimes there may be price war. They will, if your product is good and there's high demand for it, the other people in the market will respond. They will inevitably respond. What you need to do is to make up your mind that, look, it's a market I want to play, and I need to strategize to be able to survive in that market, just like it's also happening in local market. Be prepared to leave competitor, be prepared to leave your comfort zone and visit the export market. Now, one thing you want to do, especially if you have the means, is to know the market, to visit the market. Sometimes you want to visit the country you are starting with, to just get to know how do they see this product, how are they going to buy this product, who are exactly are going to be buying this product. Sometimes you want to know. So be prepared. Now, so we're talking about transiting from local production to global consumption. Transiting from local production to global consumption. And we'll be talking about the things you need to prepare to do. We started with the need to prepare to invest in market research. And I dropped a particular link for those that are just joining us. If you scroll up, you'll see the link, atlas.media.mit.edu. And I said that website is an amazing website that have a lot of information about what you need to do to transit from local production to global consumption. So maybe you'll be able to find the product you are looking at shipping, and you are looking at, okay, what do I need to do to this product to make it worthy of export, to make people abroad to accept it? What difference, change should I make to this product? Now, there is a product here I would like to show you. It's called PAP. I don't know if you can see this. Now, this is PAP. Now, this is one of the products we export to the UK. This product is made in Nigeria. I'm sure when you look at this product, you'll be wondering, Can you see how beautiful the product looks like? This is Ogi, by the way. As you can see on the body. This is Ogi, by the way. Now, research in the UK for this product is telling us, even though it's currently being sold, but the feedback we're getting is that there is need for modification of this product. There's need for modification of this product. Now, this product is about 500 grams. You can see there, 500 grams. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, 500 grams. Now, what we are discovering is that the buyers in the market, because it's been sold for about £4, actually, they are asking for a smaller size that they can sell for about £2 in UK. Now, if we have done a research before starting the export, thorough research, we'll have been able to find that out. But the research we did show that, okay, there are people buying the product already in the market. So, but along the line now, we are getting requests that, look, we should begin to produce a smaller version. And now we have clients who are currently working with NAFDAC to be able to get a smaller version registered and then do their packaging to be able to ship. So now we ship this, we're not the producer of this, but the producer of this currently is producing for other people that smaller size for export. Now, what I'm trying to say is that with market research, that can be taken care of, actually. That could have been taken care of. With market research, that will have been taken care of. Why? Because that will have let us know that, okay, look, people are saying they want this thing in a smaller quantity. And what they are saying is that it's easier to sell. People can easily take out £1 or £2 from the pocket than taking out £4 from the pocket. To be able to try it out, it's winter, people are drinking tea, coffee, cold. So they need this now. And this, so towards the end of the year, beginning of the year, the sales is high. We did a shipment in December. We did another shipment in January. Why? Because of the demand. Normally, it's usually done maybe once in 2 months. Like we did like 6 to 8 shipments in a year. But it's frequent because the time where this is the time a lot of people actually will drink and we want to take this. So I'm talking about what research will tell you. Now, we also export kuli kuli. By the way, kuli kuli for you is a snack. For some people, it is a condiment in their soup. Is that not interesting? For you, it's snack. For some people, Asians, it's condiment. So when they buy kuli kuli in the UK, they're not buying it for the purpose you and I are buying it. They're buying it to, they actually love the broken ones, so they break it inside the soup. Now, these are what market research will let you know about your uniqueness of the product, of your product. Other things that even using your product for that you're probably not aware of. So that when you are marketing, you don't focus on one market, you spread your net to other markets and other possibilities that your product can achieve and attain in the export market. So prepare to do some market research. I'm talking about the fact that you prepare to live by great values and great vision. And the fact that you need great values and vision. Values to be able to ensure your word is your bound and the things you stand for. And vision. What exactly do you see in the future of this business? Are you doing it for the short term or for the long term? Because those are the things that also affect your decisions. If it's for the long term, it will show. If it's for the short term, it will show. So if at the end of the day, it's all about now, there's a challenge. And the challenge you will face is that you will not be able to endure the delays and some of the challenges you are going to face along the line. That's why I recommend a long-term view and vision of the kind of business you want to see. And then I'll talk about be prepared to look for partners. And in looking for partners, I dropped another website. It's called globalbuyersonline.com. globalbuyersonline.com. And I talk about the fact that globalbuyersonline.com is a site that you can easily log on to and get buyers. And you can register as a premium member, and if you are not registered as a premium member, you'll be able to contact the people, but you will see the request. But if you register as a premium member, you will get the phone number, the email, and probably the address of the people themselves. So you can be able to reach the people. Now, when you are able to reach the people, it's not enough to be able to reach them. It's also important to be able to convince them. And I now went further to say that, look, in convincing a buyer, you have some hurdles you need to cross. And I mentioned 5 hurdles. The first hurdle is the hurdle of credibility. I'm repeating myself because of those that just joined us. And we'll be running up very soon. We're starting late tonight because I got home late, and I felt it's good we start this because I'm going to continue in the morning tomorrow. But I just feel, having promised people that we will come up by 6 and unable to make it because of Lagos. And but I have to go somewhere also, and then I deem it fit for us to be able to have it this evening before. And I'm very glad that a number of us at least are able to connect, even though it's late for some people. Now, I talk about the fact that credibility becomes very important, and that you must cross the hurdle of credibility in order to get buyers. And that you must cross the hurdle of character in order to get buyers. And that you must cross the hurdle of competence in order to get buyers. And you must cross the hurdle of companion in order to get buyers. And the hurdle of cash. And I'm saying that these hurdles are very important and very critical for you to be able to secure buyers. Very important and very critical. And I said that credibility is consistency of result. For how long has this product been in existence? For how long has this product been in existence? The credibility is consistency of result. The result you have, the product you have to show. And then character is the consistency of conduct. That if you sign, your word is your bond. Your word is your bond. Even if at the point of shipment is going to result into a loss, you are still going to ship, just to ensure that they can trust you to be a seller of good character. Then competence that you will be able to do it. You know, one of the challenge of buyers, especially for Africa, is they don't have issue with you signing an agreement and say you can do it, and even doing your first shipment. Their main worry is the consistency of the shipment, and that's where competence comes in. The consistency of the shipment. You know you are in a terrible environment, so you are not going to give that as an excuse to them. Okay, someone is saying they can't see the video. Maybe it's more of a network. So sorry about that. But at least you'll be able to get the audio. So sorry about that. So I was talking about the competence. The fact that competence is extremely important. Being able to show that, look, you can do it. You can do it. That's very, very important. And lastly is the cash. Sorry, the companion before the cash. Companion, relationship is a company. So you have other people you are working with. So you are trying to tell them about how good and great and competent your team is. How good and great or competent your team is. And lastly, the cash. That look, you know, more often than not, okay, it's cashew season now. And I often get calls. People will say, hello, we got a contract for cashew nut. They are willing to give an LC. Please, can you help us with financing? And I'll say, I'm not a bank. We also work with people to be able to raise funds. But the painful thing for me on that is that person has gotten contract. He probably already have an LC and is just looking for fund. And that LC will tell him that he has to ship within 30 days. Now, for those of us that are just hearing about LC means letter of credit. It's an instrument that guarantees payment, that a seller gives a buyer to guarantee payment. This person have that guarantee. The seller and the buyer have already paid his bank to issue that instrument, and this person is now looking for fund to do that shipment after he has the contract. He's basically telling the buyer that he doesn't have cash to be able to do the business, and that will become a challenge because at the end of the day, it's going to paint other people black as incompetent because they look at him as someone coming from Nigeria. I talk about the fact that we prepare for legal documentation and protection. That's why you must sign an agreement. And I have talked about some of the things that should characterize a sales contract for an exporter. I've talked about that before in some of the previous videos. Maybe you want to get that to check some of the video we did this week on transiting from paid employment to self-employment. So legal documentation and protection. We prepare to labor in search of information, and that's what the desk research also is. Labor in search of information about the product, information about the market. Also, we talk about be prepared to launch new design, and I talk about the fact that sometimes the market will tell you we don't want this product the way you have brought it. Can you amend it? And this is the way we want it. And I use the example of the pap that even though they are buying it, they are telling us we need to change the design and produce a smaller version. Be prepared to love the product design. Be prepared to leverage on the African taste. If your product is from this part of the world and is natural, then you are going to be demonstrating that to them, the uniqueness of the product from Africa, both for food and non-food products. Be prepared for lawsuit if quality is compromised. If quality is compromised, be prepared for lawsuit. If quality is compromised, you know, sometimes the buyer are sometimes they are afraid of some product from Africa, from Nigeria in particular, because if they found out that this product when it came initially was good, but now over time because it has compromised, they just find that shop. Number one, they ensure they destroy all the product and find the shop. So if they test, like when we're shipping pap into UK, they tested it for aflatoxin. They tested it before they allow us to start shipping. Now, if in the shelf of the person selling, they come for their random check that they come from time to time and take sample and go and test, and they found that inside, that will become a challenge for us. That will become a challenge because they're going to find the buyer. And of course, the seller, the buyer in the UK, yeah, and the buyer over there is going to really want to transfer the cost to you. So you need to ensure quality is not compromised. And I talk about competitor, be prepared to face the competition and competitor. And lastly, before we go tonight, be prepared to leave your comfort zone and visit the export market. And I said, in visiting the export market, that should be something you must do. And why are you visiting the export market? You are visiting the export market to be able to ensure that you have direct contact with the people buying your product. Not just the distributor, direct contact with people buying your product to also be able to do some market research. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. All the people that have been able to connect, even though we started late, I really appreciate the fact that you were available to be able to connect with us. Some people are complaining that network is bad. So sorry about that. I'm hopeful that as we continue this session tomorrow morning, transiting from local production to global consumption, tomorrow we'll be discussing product. Probably we'll discuss process, the things we need to do in transiting from local production to global consumption. Thank you very much for connecting and have a very good evening. See you tomorrow morning.